Why does the Serengeti cat sometimes slide across the floor like it's on a secret mission? That, my fellow cat wrangler, is a mystery wrapped in fur, sealed with whiskers, and eventually revealed. But for now, let's talk about your spotted shadow stalker, the Serengeti cat, the cat that's one part runway model, one part Olympic sprinter, and 3 parts ninja in a fur coat. And since you already live with one, you've surely experienced the chaos, comedy, and charm this wild-spirited house tiger brings. You're not just a pet owner, you're a full-time Serengeti handler. You know this already. The Serengeti cat doesn't walk into a room. It glides in with purpose, flair, and the attitude of a Broadway diva late to rehearsal. It was born for the spotlight, and your home has become its stage. With a body that's all sleek muscles and spots that scream exotic cat royalty, this feline struts around like it's been genetically engineered for fabulousness. It hasn't just taken over your heart, it's taken over your furniture, your schedule, and your emotional stability. Let's be real. Life with a Serengeti is like living with a sassy gymnast on an energy drink. You can't even sip your coffee without them parkouring off your bookshelf and landing on your shoulder like a feathery missile. You've tried to hide the good snacks, you've baby-proofed your curtains, and yet here we are. Because this cat is relentless, this cat is unstoppable, and this cat thinks the laws of gravity were created for lesser beings. Exercise? Oh, you already know. These cats don't just need movement, they demand it. They see your living room as an agility course and your plants as part of their obstacle training. That cat tree you thought was tall enough? Huh? Cute. They laughed, scaled it, then leapt to the top of the fridge just to remind you who's in charge. And when the zoomies hit, oh boy, you'd better get out of the way or you'll be turned into part of the Serengeti Speedway. You've learned that interactive play isn't just a bonding moment, it's a survival tactic. You skip one laser pointer session and suddenly your wall has claw marks and your remote control is missing. Wand toys, squeaky mice, the decapitated bird feather that lives under the couch, these are not toys. These are tools for maintaining household peace. You are not the owner of a cat, you are the personal assistant of a feline athlete in constant training. And let's not even start on the Serengeti's voice. You've heard it. Oh, you've heard it. The soulful yowls, the chirpy little gremlin noises, the lecture you get every time dinner is 2 minutes late. You've had entire arguments with your cat at 3 in the morning over whether the hall light should be on. Serengetis don't talk, they monologue, they argue, they narrate their lives like a soap opera star who just found out they're secretly royalty. Now, grooming, sure, it's easy. Short coat, no mats, just a quick brush now and then. But try telling your cat that. The moment they see the brush, they collapse like you've just told them their favorite sitcom was canceled. You're not grooming them, you're betraying them. You're destroying their soul with each gentle stroke. But you brush anyway because you know that coat doesn't shine itself. And eventually they forgive you. Until next week, routine. That sacred word, you mess with a Serengeti schedule and suddenly there's a protest. Breakfast was late. Your slippers are now in the litter box. Change the litter box scent. They're boycotting it and leaving poetic messages on your doormat instead. Move their favorite blanket. They now sleep on your laptop in dramatic silence. Serengetis don't handle change. They retaliate elegantly. Feeding time with a Serengeti is a delicate dance of speed, precision, and snack negotiation. You know better than to give them cheap food. They will look at you. That look, the one that says, is this even meat? What is this? Where's the chicken? Where's the turkey? Who even are you? So you give them the good stuff, the real meat, the kind of meal that makes them purr like an engine and walk away like they just left a 5-star buffet. And let's not forget the feeding schedule. Twice a day, measured because we both know that leaving food out turns your majestic Serengeti into a mischievous midnight scavenger with the appetite of a teenage boy. You've heard them break into cabinets. You've heard the crash at 2 in the morning. You've watched your pantry slowly turn into a war zone. 2 meals a day. Stick to it like your sanity depends on it, because it does. Hydration, let's be honest, you probably watched your Serengeti ignore a perfectly full bowl of water only to drink out of your glass like it's champagne. That is why you bought the fountain, the fancy one, the one that looks like a mini waterfall, and now they're obsessed. They watch it like it's National Geographic. They splash in it like toddlers. They drink it like it's artisanal rainwater from the Himalayas. You didn't buy a fountain, you bought a cat spa. Treats are your secret weapon. You've trained your Serengeti to sit, to stay, to stop knocking over the lamp sometimes, all with treats. But beware, too many, and they turn into a tiny diva who refuses to do tricks unless it's Wagyu beef. You've created a monster, a deliciously spoiled, high-jumping, purring monster. And then the environment. Let's talk shelves, let's talk cat trees, let's talk the fact that your once minimalist home now resembles a feline jungle gym, because your Serengeti does not do flat surfaces. They do peaks, they do summits, they do dramatic leaps from curtain rod to ceiling fan, and when you try to stop them, they look at you with those wide golden eyes like, why do you hate joy? Your home now includes a designated quiet zone. Maybe it's a basket, maybe it's your laundry hamper, maybe it's a shrine made of pillows under the bed where your cat goes to meditate and pretend you don't exist, but it is sacred space, and you do not disturb them because a Serengeti at rest is just recharging for their next explosion of acrobatics. And of course, the windows. How many times have you found your Serengeti pressed up against the glass like a tiny leopard on safari? They stare out for hours, twitching their tails at birds, bugs, and probably ghosts. You've put up hammocks, shelves, and entire lookout towers just so your cat can feel superior to the world. And let's be honest, they are. Toy rotation? Oh, you thought your cat would love that mouse forever? How adorable! You've now built a toy system that would make a daycare jealous. Crinkly toys, squeaky toys, feathers, things with bells, things that look like they came from a haunted forest. Everything must change weekly. Otherwise, your Serengeti will let you know the boredom has become personal. And listen, you already know this, but it must be said, do not let your Serengeti outside. These cats are bold, they are quick, they are gone before you even finish yelling their name. Indoor life is safer, smarter, and honestly, they still think they're wild. Just give them an enclosed patio if you want to give them air, and keep your heart rate under control. In the last video, we asked you why Serengeti cats act so strange, like they're seeing ghosts or chasing shadows. Here's the answer. When your Serengeti stares at the wall, it's usually their sharp senses catching tiny sounds or movements we can't see. That wild zoom across the room, it's their inner hunter in action, mixed with their love for chaos. They knock things off tables for attention or just because it's fun. The ninja slide, that's part hunting, part dramatic flair. And yes, they're often scared of cucumbers because it startles them. As for the mirror, most likely they think it's a rival. And finally, the tale of the dishwasher warrior. You've probably had your own version of this, but Sarah's story is classic. Every time she loaded the dishwasher, her Serengeti would leap in, lay across the bottom rack, and meow like a ghost with unfinished business. Plates clinked, and suddenly it was Serengeti war mode. That dishwasher, a battleground, and no, bribing didn't work. They had to run the dishwasher at 3 in the morning, because at that hour the Serengeti was too busy attacking a fridge magnet to remember its secret mission. So why does the Serengeti cat sometimes slide across the floor like it's on a secret mission? It's those beautifully long legs and that low creeping posture, all from their Oriental Shorthair ancestry. This feline was born to prowl, not just walk, prowl. Every sock, every crumpled receipt, every feather on a string, they are all prey. Your Serengeti isn't weird, it's just rehearsing for its starring role in the next wildlife documentary. So tell me, fellow Serengeti survivor, what's the most dramatic thing your cat has done this week? Drop it in the comments. I know you've got a story. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button. Stick around for more wild cat tales, survival tips, and laugh out loud cat truths. Because in the world of wild cat breeds and exotic cat chaos, you, my friend, are raising the star of the Serengeti Cat compilation. Next up is the Toiger cat just a house pet or a mini predator hiding behind whiskers and stripes? Why do they freeze like statues before launching at invisible foes? And could your Toiger actually recognize itself in a mirror? In the next video, we dive into the wild instincts packed inside that luxurious coat, from how their jungle-like body language evolved to the mysterious tiger wiggle that might be more than just cute. Do Toigers really mimic real tiger behavior, or are we projecting wild traits onto pampered royalty? How much of their behavior is play, and how much is primal instinct? And what happens when a Toiger gets bored? Can your furniture survive it? Click the next video to find out.